Before we get started, I'd like to give you all a brief rundown of the history of this holiday. While Memorial Day is meant to honor those who have given their lives in service of their country, Veterans Day is meant to honor those still alive who have served. The holiday we know as Veterans Day first appeared on November 11th, 1919, under the name Armistice Day, to commemorate the ending of the First World War the year prior. The day included gatherings, parades, and a 2-minute moment of silence to remember those lost during the conflict. However, after the completion of World War II, an even more devastating conflict, and in the midst of war in Korea that was claiming more American lives every day, the commanding general of the Allied forces in Europe during World War II, and recently elected President Dwight Eisenhower, designated the 11th of November as a day to recognize all veterans, living and non-living, of all wars who had been willing to give up everything in service of their country. The date has changed some over the years, but it always comes back to the original date of November 11th. Today, millions around the world still celebrate this sacred day. They gather across the world, telling stories and sharing their memories of their service and the service of their loved ones. And they gather at graveyards, cemeteries, and memorials to remember those brave men and women who gave their lives in the pursuit of peace. At this time, I would like to introduce you to two veterans, one who has taught here at Seneca High, and one who is a parent of a student here.
Good afternoon. I'm Ray Ramsberg. I'm a former captain and pilot in the United States Marine Corps. Flew during the Vietnam conflict. I had 2 tours. The first one in H-34 helicopters, flying those, and then the second flying C-130 aircraft. Got my Purple Heart during the Christmas truce in 1965. They didn't tell the sniper about that. But a lot of adventures in that, a lot of very special times in that time that I was in the service. Got out after the Vietnam War was over, and I've been now I'm a minister. But I still feel that Veterans Day is just such an important day because it's a time when we can remember everybody that served. Especially, it's a time we spend the time during the year to recognize those that didn't make it back. But we also need to remember that there's those that did make it back, and they're still here and still have a life to live, and it's just great to recognize them and be part of that. So I try to do it whenever I can. So, thank you.
My name is Sean Gibson. I'm originally from Westminster. I'm a retired Army First Sergeant after 28 years in the military. I did 6 combat deployments to Iraq, Afghanistan, and quite a few other countries, but those are the 2 main countries. Pretty much my whole 28 years was doing anything and everything there was to do with parachutes all over the world, United States, handling everything at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. My main units I was with was 3rd Ranger Battalion, Ranger Regiment, 3rd Special Forces. I was also a drill sergeant and instructor. Veterans Day to me is remembering the brothers and sisters that still serve in the country, that are still alive and still pushing the fight and representing the red, white, and blue, and will do anything for this country. And for our family personally, me and my wife have 7 kids, and 6 of our 7 kids are in the military. We have 3 Army, 1 Navy, 1 Air Force, and 1 just become a Marine, Thomas Gibson, who just graduated Seneca High School. So we're very thankful for everything that our country has done for us and our freedom that we have, and we appreciate it and very respectful for it.
As you go from here today, please take the time to speak to a veteran in your life, thanking them for their service, and remembering all those who have been willing to give their lives to protect their country and their loved ones.